Okay, good morning, everyone. Again, I'm back. It's Dima Khoury with Compass in Burlingame. So I'm back to give you more information about San Francisco market, real estate market, and what has been going on during the previous days and for the past week. So if you were online, I was talking about in general previously for the in the last few minutes about what's happening in general in the U.S. real estate market and the loan and the mortgage industry. So starting with the interest rates, we're still at historic low, 2.88 for the interest rates. So it means that the purchase power for the buyers is very high. And as per Black Knight, they say those shopping for a home can afford 10% more home than they could have 1 year ago while keeping their monthly payment unchanged. Now, I would like to share my screen with you to show you one of the charts that I shared with you previously and how it's still moving up, which shows the housing market recovery for the previous weeks and months. So we're definitely above the baseline where we were in February. So we're at 104.8 points. And that's as per four components, which are the demand, supply, price, and time on the market. And we can also see the rebound of the builders' confidence. So we're almost back to where we were early this year. And we can see more traffic and more demand from prospective buyers on the newly built properties. Now, talking about the unemployment filing, it has tremendously dropped. So we're at 1.1 million filings for the previous week, which is still a very high number, unfortunately, and we're hoping that this number will go down in the coming weeks. Yet we're doing much better than March, April, and definitely May. Now, with regards to the forbearance, so it's very interesting to see how much concern there was in the market for with regards to the forbearance. So the initial forecast was at 30%, yet our peak, the actual peak, was 8.6%, and now it's going down, and now we're at 7.21%. So the trend is definitely going down in comparison to previous weeks, and the number of mortgages in active forbearance, it is leveling off. It's obvious. Now, talking about going now hyper local and talking about the numbers and what's happening in particular in San Mateo County, in San Francisco County. So the number of properties that came on the market are 175 properties, out of which 63 properties are single family homes, and the number of properties that went in contract are 120, and 51 of them are single family homes. And the number of properties that sold or closed escrow last week was 81 properties, and half of them were single family homes. And again, talking about the properties that came off market between canceled, expired, or maybe on hold. So we had 40 properties that came off market. 14 of them are single family homes. Now, when we want to look at whether it's a seller's market or it's a buyer's market, so we talk about the absorption rate. So the absorption rate basically tells us how many months or days do we need to sell the current inventory on the market based on what's actually going in contract. So for the single family homes, we have 1.6 months. We need 1.6 months to sell the current properties. And for the condos, we need 3.3 months to sell the current properties. And again, that's dividing the active number of properties by the properties that are currently in contract. Now, anything below 4, it reflects a seller's market, and we're at big time seller's market for single family homes and a strong seller's market too for the condos. Yet we need to see more activity and more more demand. Now, if we look at the charts and putting all these numbers into perspective and comparing it to previous months, let's look at these charts to see how we've been doing in comparison again to previous months. So the number of properties that are going in contract, the percentage wiser, it's definitely going up. That's for both condos and single family homes. And I always mention condos and single family homes because the trend between both it is different, and the demand is different, and the activity is different. And the number of properties that are going in contract now, condos, specifically condos, it is going up. It has been going up and down for the previous months, but in August we're doing much better. So we have more condos selling. And this chart reflects the stability in property values in San Francisco. So we can see that the median sale price is 1.708 million. So this is great news for sellers who are hesitant to sell or not to sell in San Francisco market. So again, we have a pretty strong real estate market in San Francisco. We can see more properties moving, condos in the market. So we're hoping that we'll get more activity, more condos will sell, and buyers will become more encouraged to buy, because it's such a great market to buy, even if they don't need to be closer now to their companies yet. It's really like, with looking at the numbers, this would be a great time to buy. So this is what these are San Francisco numbers. If you would like more information, more specific information about certain districts, please feel free to reach out. I'll be more than happy to provide you with any more extra information. I'll leave you now. Stay safe and be healthy, and have a wonderful weekend. All right.